Namaste everyone, and welcome to our standing yoga flow. This is just a daily movement workout that is perfect for anyone short on time. So when you're ready, meet me at the top of your mat, join your hands over heart center in a prayer position and begin with a few centering breaths. Set an intention to stretch, to calm the mind and to relax the body. Wonderful. Shall we get started with the yoga then? So bring your hands onto your shoulders. What we're going to do is just begin with a few shoulder circles, bringing your arms forward first to begin with. Make these nice and big, drawing nice big circles, massaging the upper back and the shoulders and the armpits. Then let's go in the opposite direction, pushing your arms back this time. Keep the core engaged here. Now keeping your hands on your shoulders, we're just going to swing from side to side, so look in one direction and then the other. Keeping our shoulders straight in line with one another. Lower body is as still as possible, so you're really working through the core, stretching out the spine. It's totally normal if your spine clicks a little bit. Mine definitely does when we do this. This is really good for just energizing the entire upper body, as the previous pose also did. And release and come back to center. On your next inhale, take your arms to the sky. Going to stretch out the chest, take your gaze slightly upward, push the hips forward, open through the front of the body and the lower back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, come back into that stretch, stretching out the chest. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch back. Open the chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch back, open through the chest once more. Release the arms down, then inhale, bring the arms up to the sky again. Drop the right hand down beside the body and lean over towards the right side with the left arm opening through the left side body, stretching out the spine. Back to center, right arm to the sky, left arm comes down, reaching towards the left side, opening through the right side body here. Hold for a breath, then come back to center. Hands come now down into your third eye, and we're going to fold down into our forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Take the arms back to the prayer position. Exhale, fold. Release the arms. Inhale, rise. Bring your hands back into that prayer position. Fold back down. Release the arms when we get into our forward fold. Inhale, rise. Prayer position with the hands. Exhale, fold. Release the arms, back up to standing. Bring the hands back together one last time, lower down into forward fold. Release the arms and rise back up. Keep your arms out behind you, stretch through the chest, and then bring your arms back down to center. Wonderful. Take your feet now mat width apart, and when you're ready, we're going to exhale and swan dive down into our wide-legged forward fold. Hands can be placed on the mat or behind the legs on the ankles, looking between your legs, drawing the crown of your head down, allowing all the blood to rush down to the head. Inhale, flat back, take your gaze ahead, and exhale, we're going to fold back down, look between the legs. Inhale, rise, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Now staying here. Take the right hand down to the mat. Inhale, lift the left arm to the sky. Gaze to the sky. Twisting through the belly button. Spine is nice and elongated. Keeping the hips square. Left hand comes down. Right arm up towards the sky. Twisting through the spine again. Gaze up, stacking the shoulders on top of one another. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, return to center. Now this time reach the right hand to the left ankle. Take the left hand behind your back, reaching for the right thigh. Just take a nice big twist here. Gaze to the sky again. Really feel that twist through the belly button, through the digestive system. Now repeat on the other side, this time right hand reaching for around the back for the left thigh. Feel that deep stretch this time on the other side. Take both hands down to the mat, gazes ahead. Then exhale, allow the hips to drop towards the mat, coming into a yogic squat here. Knees pointing away from one another, feet pointing away, arms out in front of you. So you're taking this actively, keeping your hands in front of you. Pushing your hips forward, opening through the inner thighs. Then take your right arm in front of the right leg, reach the left arm overhead, gazes up towards the left side of the sky. Then let's repeat on the other side. Really feel that deep stretch in the side body. Feeling this also in that hip flexor in your inner thigh. Hold for another breath. Then return back to center nice and slowly, arms out in front of you. Inhale, rise up to standing. Wonderful. Take a nice big stretch, arms up to the sky. Walk your feet close together this time. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift off the right foot up off the mat, tucking the knee in towards the chest. Point the toes. Just going to lift and lower that leg, keeping the pelvis tucked under, doing this 5 times. You can take your arms out in front of you for a little bit more support if you'd like, keeping your gaze ahead. Keep your leg in the air. We're just going to extend and then bend that leg, keeping the toes pointed. Hands can come on the lower back here, focusing on keeping that balance. Warming up the hamstring as well. Then let's take 5 hip circles. Keep the toes pointed. Just make a nice big circle using that knee to draw the circle. Bring the knee back to center. We're going to step back into a high lunge, keeping the knee off the mat for now. Hands can come onto the lower back, pushing the hips forward, pushing the belly forward, open through the chest slightly. Gaze is slightly up. And then we're going to step back to our standing position. Let's repeat that short sequence on the other side. So lift off the left leg, point the toe, and we're just going to lift and lower that knee, tucking it in towards the chest as we do so. Arms can come out in front of us for stability. Engage through the core as you do this. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Spine's tall. We're not slumping through the shoulders. We want to have good posture as we do this. Hold here with the leg in the air. We're just going to extend and then bend. Extend and bend, keeping the toes pointed. Hands come onto the lower back. Core is still engaged. Keep that spine tall, navel into the spine. Then let's take those hip circles. Just a few on this side, feeling that lubrication of the hip joint as we do this. This is really great for your balance. You're doing so well. Bring that knee back to center and let's step back into our lunge. Hands stay on the lower back, pushing the hips forward, opening through the chest, pushing the lower belly forward as well to get that optimum stretch, this time in the left psoas. Wonderful. Then when you're ready, let's step up to the top of the mat. Place the left foot down. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to the center of our mat. Now take the legs over hip distance apart and sink down into our goddess pose. Knees are almost in line with the hips if you can get them there. Just going to hold here. Hands can come down onto the knees. Sink the chest slightly down and forward, and we're just going to push those knees away from our body. This is a great stretch for the spine, decompressing the discs, and also for the inner thighs too. Maybe rock from side to side here. Lower the left shoulder down and look over the right, hold for a breath. And then lower the right shoulder down, look over the left, hold for a breath here. Come back to center and then rise, keeping the spine tall. Let's lift and then lower down into our goddess, doing this nice and slow. Lift and lower, lift up and lower down as far down as you can. Lift and lower, burning out the inner thighs, stretching the hips. Lift and lower down, lift up. Now we're going to lower all the way down, as far down as we can get. Keep the spine nice and tall. Take the arms over the head maybe, and even lift up onto the tiptoes. Hold. And then come up to standing. Wonderful. Join me at the top of our mat. Take a few final breaths to end the practice here. Arms down beside the body. Take your hands over to heart center and just bow down to yourself. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.